Johnson & Johnson and IBM both warning of the strength of the U.S. dollar and how that would hold them back in future quarters.
The dollar at the moment has the potential to crush the entire global economy. The DXY, which is an index that measures the U.S. dollar relative to other foreign currencies, just increased to 114 from 95 in January 2022.
Foreign officials are pleading with the U.S. to stop the rise of the surging dollar.
To put everything in simple terms, the sudden rise of the dollar is not good for the global economy. More than 40% of the global trade is done in dollars. 60% of global foreign exchange results are held in dollars, especially in other countries' central banks. Meaning 60% of the US dollars that existing is not even in the US. Some countries have to earn dollars because the importers for goods and manufacturing raw material required to be paid in dollars. Every country except for the US has to earn dollars for trade. The dollar has strengthened against other currencies in the world, which is good for the US and bad for the global economy. The Federal Reserve, which is the central bank in the US, is raising their interest rates to fight inflation, which will mean that the debt will be more expensive to pay back.
What's looking like another interest rate hike coming this week. The Federal Reserve meeting Wednesday in its continued effort to restrain inflation by increasing the cost of borrowing.
Rich countries are facing the same problem of their strong dollar. Japan and China are the two countries that owe the US more than the rest of the world. They will eventually sell their bonds into the dollar, which will cause the dollar to rise higher. So in turn, China and Japan have sold and to some extent stopped buying long-dated US treasuries. Russia is famous for selling 100% of the US treasuries. The value of the global bond has dropped by $1.2 trillion.
I think most believe that we'll get through most of this year, and that at some point next year, we'll pull back a bit and rates hopefully settle back into the fives.
Now the emerging markets who have debts that are denominating in dollars are rushing to sell their currencies to pay off their debts, which will cause the dollar to increase even more. All of this will result in all the currencies to rely on the dollar.